Bonjour, hola, ni hao, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Investing Kev. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at the famous language learning app Duolingo, ticker DUOL. We'll take a look at their company profile, their recently released fourth quarter report alongside their fiscal year 2021 highlights, their outlook, risk factors, price target, and I'll wrap it up with my final thoughts. My channel is growing and we are on our way to 500 subscribers. If you like my content, please support me by liking this video, subscribing, and let me know in the comments what you think. Feel free to check out my most recent episode on Dutch Bros. For full disclosure, this is for entertainment purposes only. Also, I do not own any shares of Duolingo. Alright, let's get started. Duolingo's mission is to develop the best education in the world and make it universally available. Duolingo launched in 2012 and has since become the leading mobile learning platform globally. They currently have over 500 million downloads. Their flagship app has organically become the world's most popular way to learn languages and the top grossing app in the education category on both Google Play and the Apple App Store. Their global team works together to make learning fun, free, and effective for anyone who wants to learn wherever they are. I want to take a look at their app really quickly. I'm currently on their desktop app. This is my progress right now learning Mandarin, where I can see greetings, greetings to, food, family, drink, telephone, entertain, restaurant, and many more. I keep making my way through each category until I finally finish at the very end. There are so many languages out there you can learn. Spanish currently has 28 million learners. Japanese has 12.2 million learners. Hindi has 5.66 million learners. And scrolling all the way down, you can learn Navajo, Haitian Creole, Esperanto, and Klingon. Looking at the Discuss tab, there's a huge community where you can ask your questions. Looking at the Shop tab, you can do Duolingo Plus, which is about $7 a month. If you haven't done it before, they give you a 2-week free trial, which is pretty nice. You can also buy stuff on the store like a monthly Shriek Repair, Shriek Freeze, Double or Nothing, and Duolingo is offered for schools as well. Duolingo for Schools is a free partner in helping every student learn a new language. They use fun, bite-sized lessons to help meet each student's needs. You can look at the words that you've learned and when you last practiced them, and they also offer online events. For example, if I want to do the guided conversation for intermediate and above, it's $20. When I selected English, there were some free options as well, and they also offer Duolingo Stories, which are mini stories that challenge your reading and listening comprehension. I want to take a look at their Q4 quarterly report and also their fiscal year 2021 highlights. In the Q4 of 2021, they had 10.1 million daily active users, which is a 20% year-over-year growth. For fiscal year 2021, they had 9.6 million daily active users, which is a 18% year-over-year growth. Their monthly active users in Q4 were 42.4 million people, which is a 15% year-over-year growth. Their fiscal year 2021 was at 40.5 million people, which is a 10% year-over-year growth. Their paid subscribers in Q4 2021 were at 2.5 million people, which is a 56% year-over-year growth. That 2.5 million is the same number for fiscal year 2021. Their revenues in Q4 were 73 million, which is a 51% year-over-year growth. For the fiscal year 2021, they had $250.8 million in revenue, which is a 55% year-over-year growth. Their total bookings were at $90.8 million, which is a 59% year-over-year growth. For the fiscal year 2021, they had 294.2 million in total bookings, which is a 55% year-over-year growth. Their net loss was at 17.5 million in the Q4, and for the fiscal year 2021, they're at 60.1 million. When we look at total bookings, it's trending up over time, which is nice to see. When we take a look at their monthly active users, in 2021, they're at 42.4 million people. 6% of those monthly active users were paid subscribers. In 2018, 1% of their monthly active users were paid subscribers. In 2019, they increased it to 3%. In 2020, it increased to 4%, and it's currently at 6%. Within the past year, they converted 900,000 people to be paid subscribers. And in 2021, they launched their Family Plan subscription package. This allows up to 6 members to enjoy the premium benefits of Duolingo Plus, which they believe will help further grow paid subscribers and retain them better. They are proud to be the most downloaded language app worldwide. Even though they have started spending on marketing, particularly in underpenetrated markets in 2021, about 90% of their growth came organically through word of mouth. And these are some photos of the user interface and experience that they've improved on. When we look at their revenues, in 2020, they're at $161.7 million. Of that $161.7 million, 117.5 was based on subscription revenue. In 2021, they're at $250.8 million in revenue. Out of that $250.8 million, 180.7 was subscription based. Their gross margin percentage has consistently stayed in the low 70s. Looking at their free cash flow, in 2021 it was at $12.7 million, which was slightly lower than their $14 million in 2020. They say that the decline from the prior year periods was primarily driven by a decrease in net cash provided by operating activities. They also incurred higher capital expenditures and capitalized software development costs. And look at their balance sheets. In 2021, their total assets were at $661.3 million. Compare that to their total liabilities at $148.2 million, and that's great to see. Looking at their fiscal year 2022 guidance, they expect bookings to be $372 to $382 million. This would be a year-over-year growth of 26 to 30%. Their guidance for revenues is between $332 to $342 million. That would be a 32 to 36% increase. And for their fiscal year 2022 adjusted EBITDA, they expect losses of between $1 to $5 million. I want to take a look at the future of language learning and how Duolingo is at the heart of a growing and competitive industry. This is from the 2021 Duolingo Language Report. There is currently a lot of love for Asian languages. Japanese surpassed Italian globally to become the fifth most popular language to study. It's the fastest growing language in the US and UK. Korean, holding strong at the seventh most popular language to study around the world, is the fastest growing language in Brazil, France, Germany, India, and Mexico. It also ranks as the second fastest growing language in Japan. Chinese, which was the 10th most popular language to study in 2020, has overtaken Russian and Portuguese for the 8th spot worldwide. It is also one of the top 5 fastest growing languages in Mexico and Brazil. In looking at this map, these are the most popular languages studied on Duolingo in each country in 2021. In the United States, we have Spanish. In Latin America, Africa, and pretty much all of Asia, we have English. Within Southeast Asia, we see a lot of Japanese. And within Canada, Australia, and some countries in Africa, we have French. And looking at the ICEF monitor, new analysis projects strong growth in global language learning with digital a key driver. Using a combination of demand-side and supply-side inputs, the Holon IQ model projects a global language training market of $115 billion by 2025. This is up from an estimated $61 billion as of 2019. We estimate the language learning market will almost double in size by 2025. Mobile-first and online tutoring will accelerate and triple in size over the next 5 years. In looking at the global digital English language learning market from 2021 to 2025, the market growth will accelerate at a compound annual growth rate of 17%. They will see incremental growth of $12.4 billion, and the growth for 2021 is at 13.3%. And I want to take a look at this press release from MarketWatch. They say that the global online language learning market is expected to project a notable compound annual growth rate of 11.9% in 2030. It is expected to surpass $29.6 billion by 2030. This would be 11.9% compound annual growth rate in the coming years from 2021 to 2030. Looking at risk factors, competition is really fierce. When I was growing up, I remember Rosetta Stone was the biggest one, but over time there's so many apps out there to keep up with. This is from the Google Play Store. I've tried Duolingo and Memrise. When I drive home, I listen to the radio and I hear commercials for Babbel and Rosetta Stone. I think Duolingo is in a good spot because they've been around for 10 years and people know their name. But as you can see from 2020 to 2021, they've been putting a lot more money into research and development, sales and marketing, and their total operating expenses continue to go up. In 2020, their research and development was at $53 million. In 2021, it was at $103.8 million. Their sales and marketing was at $35 million in 2020, and it was at $59 million in 2021. Their total operating expenses in 2020 was at $131.7 million. In 2021, it was at $241.6 million. Another risk factor is that they operate in various international markets. This includes certain markets in which they have limited experience. As a result, they face additional risks in connection with certain of our international operations. For instance, in the fall of 2021, their language learning application became unavailable for download on most app stores in China. They believe this is temporary. They're currently in discussions with authorities, and they believe that their app will be restored. It serves as an example of how the Chinese regulatory regime could adversely impact their efforts in China. They have over 500 million downloads. That is a lot of data collection and privacy. They will have to abide by each country's laws and regulations in regards to data collection and privacy. We've seen examples of the European Union and their GDPR strict laws, as well as the Chinese data collection and privacy laws as well. I want to take a look at their 12-month price target. 5 analysts have given their ratings, with 3 being a buy and 2 being a hold. The average 12-month price target is $111.80. That would be a 41.5% upside from its current price of $79.03. The highest price target is $128 and the lowest is $80. When we look at CNN, 6 analysts have given their price target. The median is $120, which is a 51.9% upside. The high is $165 and the low is $80. And looking at their current stock price, Duolingo is at $79.03. Today on the 7th of March, they are up $4.35. That is a 5.8% increase. This is crazy because the Dow Jones was down 800 points. S&P 500 was down 128 points. Nasdaq was down 482. In a sea of red, Duolingo came out on top in green. Within the past year, Duolingo has been down $60. This is a 43.15% decrease. On September 23rd, they're at $202.69. Since then, they've dropped $123.66, which is a 61% decrease. All in all, I'm honestly surprised Duolingo had a 52-week high of $205. That's crazy to see and shows how hot the market is. Do I believe that they should be valued at $205? No, but I can see how people can play this as a long-term growth stock given the rise of language learning across the world. English and Chinese are 2 dominant languages, especially in a world where business is conducted all around the world and a lot of these countries are developing. Duolingo is definitely on the watch list, but competition is very high. For me personally, I can't justify paying $80 for a share of Duolingo. I believe that there's more deep value plays that I'm more passionate about and taking me to financial freedom. Let me know in the comments what you think of Duolingo. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think. As always, thank you for tuning in. Adios, 再见, goodbye. Stay safe, and I will see you all next time.